What's good, guys? Welcome to Fed by Fire. We're going to be checking this out
I never had my money
together.
taken by cops. I
I've
didn't know how this
always
goes.
loved
I don't know
afroman,
about
always
reports.
been
All
a
I know is
huge
live on
fan, and
Fox 19
yeah,
News.
I just
The
wanted to
lady
share this
admits
with
that her
y'all
department is short $400 of my
because
money. That's all
it's
I know.
awesome.
I don't know how to investigate police officers taking money.
That's all you know, and that's all you know today.
Said it never should have happened.
That's the whole basis of your claim that your money was stolen, is that the amount of money that was in the bags is different from the amount of money that was written on the bag.
Yeah, my whole thing is they never should have raided me in the first place.
That's your whole thing.
That's my whole thing.
That's the point,
That's my whole
isn't
thing.
it?
If they never would have showed up, there would be no songs about them. I wouldn't know who they are. Their faces would not be on my video cameras. None of this, we wouldn't be in this room right now if they hadn't raided my house and didn't press no charges, didn't even know what they was doing. This whole thing is their fault, and they're suing me for their mistake.
And so you don't really care if they stole your money or not. You're just mad about what they did.
I do care about if they stole them. Police officers shouldn't be stealing the civilians' money. So I do care. All of it is an outrage. This whole thing is an outrage.
You have no evidence that they took your money except for the amount on the bag isn't the same as the amount.
How about the lady admitting that she took?
Did you answer my?
She admitted that she took my money on live Fox 19 News. Go argue with the film clip. Yeah. Go argue with her admitting that she took my money.
Nobody admitted that they took your money.
Well, whatever. Go look at her admitting that the bag is short.
Because
he stayed open.
I'm a little biased because he's one of my personal heroes for real.
Officer Cooley just left it and just mishandled it and didn't do right.
Just so we're honest with the jury here, Mr. Foreman, nobody admitted that they took your money, did they?
They admitted it was short.
Yes. Nobody admitted that they took your money, correct?
It was short. She admitted, she said that it was short. And usually it's 10, 5, $2 missing. How does $400 even come up missing? Odd.
His confidence level was just off the charts.
You posted videos
and they was coming after him
doing hard drugs and snitching on his friend, and you posted those based on rumors, didn't you? We can look at your deposition, but before you argue with me, but isn't that a fact that you made those allegations based on rumors you said you heard?
It's a fact. William Newland is a convicted pedophile, and Brian Newland is his brother. After I zeroed in on Brian, I asked about him. Come to find out, he's a large statutory rapist that has sex with all kind of underage girls. He buys them beers and gets them drunk and all kind. That's probably the reason he had to leave the Adams County Sheriff Department, because he beats up his wife and he messed with underage girls, and he had to get out of town and go get a job in Norwood.
All right. You don't want to answer my question.
I do. Please ask another one.
Well, let me ask this one again so I can get an answer. Do you remember in your deposition when I asked you, you have no reason to think these rumors about Brian Newland are true, do you? And you said, well, it's more entertaining if it's true.
Look at that.
And I can make some money. Remember that?
No, I don't. That's a however long that deposition was. You can read the deposition and it tells you what I said.
Do you have a copy, another copy of that? Because I'll show it to you and I can show you my copy. Refresh your recollection.
You're going to refresh his recollection.
It's thank you, Judge. If I can get it working here.
Your Honor, I would object to using the screen to refresh his recollection. That's publishing it to the jury. If he wants to refresh his recollection, he can show him it and then ask him a question, much how we would do in criminal law with a police report. If an officer didn't remember, we wouldn't show the report. We would show it to the officer. He would refresh his memory by reading it, and then we'd re-ask the question.
Do it that way. Just make sure you think he reads it right. I'm just trying to get through the verbiage. Just make sure you think he reads it right.
Yeah, as always, guys, I am glad to be sharing tonight with y'all. Y'all can go check my other videos if you want. I have a plethora of other stuff to check out.
Remember your deposition being taken, Mr. Foreman, in your attorney's office on September 3rd, 2024.
I remember the deposition.
And that deposition was taken in DJ Osborne's office?
Yes, sir.
That's the same office that you used to film that video that we saw last night with the actor playing Lieutenant Lisa Phillips. And that actor was sitting in the same chair that Lisa Phillips sat in during her deposition, wasn't she?
Yeah, the actor played Lisa because like I wouldn't have known her if she hadn't came to my house and cut off my camera.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's the office we're talking about, and that's the office where I took your deposition, right?
Yes, sir.
And in that deposition, I'm referring to page 84 of the deposition. I had asked you
Your Honor, I
about,
object, he's testifying.
No, he's using his deposition to refresh his memory. He's doing it right, so sit down, please. Go ahead.
did I ask you this question, and did you give me these answers, Mr. Foreman? Question, would it be fair to say these are rumors? Answer, Stephanie said it, and some other people that don't remember, I'd be in a hurry in Walmart or something. They shake my hand. Yeah, Brian used to do this, used to do that. Then something, I didn't know him, but this is what I've heard. Question, you don't have any particular reason to think that it's true or not true, right? Answer, well, it's more entertaining if it is true, and I could probably make some money and capitalize on it if it's true.
What are the lines?
Starting with line 7 and ending with line 21. Did I ask you those questions and you give me those answers?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But
But that's my
Nah,
question.
I've
his
always
whole
put
vibe that
Brian
day
Newland next to
was
his
on
brother.
point.
So that's
Yeah.
my basis, and I've always
We noticed that.
yeah.
And
yeah,
your
so-
attorney's going to be able to ask you whatever questions he wants. Right now, I'd like you to focus on my questions, Mr. Foreman. You have no evidence that Brian Newland ever molested little boys, do you?
If you look at the picture, he's holding the little boy's butt. It's too much for me. So if you just use your eyeballs, and then his brother's a convicted pedophile.
That's your evidence for posting that
Well,
pedophile stuff
hey,
about
I'm just
little
trying to
boys.
figure out. I'm trying to figure out what kind of guy is kicking on my door. What kind of guy is walking around my house reading my bank statements? It's a dude.
Amen.
It's a dude that's possibly a pedophile, got a convicted pedophile brother, deputized by the sheriff, walking around, possibly stealing my money. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on as I zoom in with my cameras. That's not the type of guy I don't think should be on the police force.
I'm going to refer you again to your deposition. If you don't trust my reading of it,
Tell me
I'm
in the
happy to give
comments
it
what
to you,
y'all
Mr.
think about
Foreman,
this
but,
case.
on page 98 of your deposition on that same day, beginning at 9/11, did I ask you this question and did you give me this answer? And again, the only evidence, you don't have any evidence that Brian Newland is a pedophile or plays with little boys. Answer, no, sir. Did I ask you that question? Did you give me that answer?
I don't remember.
What are the lines?
Beginning with line 11, ending with line 14 on page 98. You have no evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money, do you?
I know if she hadn't raided my house, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Nor a lawsuit or nothing. They never should have been at my house.
Since you're not going to answer my question, I'm going to go back to your deposition again, Mr. Foreman, page 102.
Your Honor, if I may, can I just enter a continuing objection so I don't have to object every time he does the declaration?
Oh, it's too important for please proceed. Thank you.
So I would enter a notation of objection at this point. He is now testifying for a witness. He is no longer refreshing his recollection.
I'll be sensitive to that, so you can rephrase, I'll sustain that. You made the conclusion you didn't have memory,
right, Judge, I will. Thank you. Do you remember telling me in your deposition, Mr. Foreman, that you don't have any evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money?
Yeah, she cut off the cameras, but I didn't know who took them. I didn't know who took them. So, of course, all the officers was a suspect at first, because I didn't know where. After the deposition, I realized that Brian Newland was in charge of the money, and I knew where to focus everything. But at first, all the cops was a suspect, especially after they cut off my cameras, and I couldn't see what they were doing.
All right. Well, so you don't remember? Is that what you're telling me?
I remember telling you that Lisa, probably didn't take my money,
Okay.
but I just didn't know. I just knew it was missing, and they cut off my cameras, so all of them were suspects until I figured it out.
So until you figured it out?
Until everybody figured it out, until it was solved of where the missing money was.
All right. So just to clear this up and move
guys,
on,
I'm looking
you
for
admit
guests.
that you don't
If you have a
any
unique
evidence that Lisa
story, I
Phillips
want to
stole your
hear
money.
it from you. I need yes.
But I know if she wasn't there in the first place, we wouldn't be having this conversation or be here.
And is it true that one of your big motivation really in making all of these posts is to make money?
To pay for the damage that they brought to my house under the circumstance that they shouldn't have even been there in the first place.
Okay. So the answer to my question is yes, your motivation was to make money.
To pay for the they brought to my house under the circumstances that they shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Have you made enough yet to make up for it?
Not really, you know.
How much have you made on it?
I don't know exactly, but it wasn't hardly $24,000.
$24,000.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
You're still making money on
As
today,
always,
right?
guys, like, subscribe,
things?
comment,
You're
and
still
check out
selling
my other
merchandise, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
videos.
No publicity.
I just had to share this with y'all because I thought
thanks to them
afroman
bringing
was based
publicity
as
to
fuck.
this. It's just an opportunity to run numbers up and be an entertainer.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about them, the more money you can make, right?
Fact. If they hadn't have came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault, and they have the audacity to sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
So what they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
You were at Lisa Phillips's deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office.
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday.
Yes, sir.
And you saw how upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes, yes,
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
yes,
And you saw her say, no, let's go on and get this over with.
yes, sir.
You saw all that.
Yes.
You knew she was upset.
As always,
Just like
guys,
she knew I
it's
was
one
upset when
love.
she
I'll
was
catch
standing
you
in
guys
front
on
of
the
my
next
kids with an
one.
AR-15
Peace.
with her hand around